You can't pour from an empty cup. Self-prioritization fuels your purpose. That phrase isn't just a catchy quote for social media. It's a deep truth that most people ignore until they've given so much of themselves away they don't even recognize who they are anymore. If you constantly give without ever refueling, you end up bitter, exhausted, and empty. And that's not noble, that's dangerous. Because when your cup is empty, your decisions become desperate. You settle for things that drain you. You say yes when your spirit is screaming no. You stay in places that deplete your light because you think sacrifice equals love. But the truth is, sacrifice without balance becomes self-destruction. If you don't protect your energy, you're giving others the power to manage your flame. And some people will blow it out without thinking twice. Your purpose cannot thrive in an environment of depletion. Just like a car cannot move without fuel, your destiny cannot unfold while you are running on fumes. And too many of us have been taught to glorify burnout. We wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, as if being tired all the time proves our worth. But your value is not tied to how much you do for others. It's found in how faithfully you show up for yourself. Because when you are aligned, rested, and whole, you become unstoppable. You gain clarity. Your intuition sharpens. Your creativity flows. And most of all, you stop needing the world's applause to feel validated. You begin to operate from a place of fullness, not frustration, from purpose, not pressure. Imagine waking up every morning not out of obligation, but out of vision. Not because someone else is demanding your time, but because you are committed to your assignment. That's what happens when you prioritize yourself. You stop being reactive and start becoming intentional. Your days become structured by what fuels your soul, not by what everyone else needs from you. And hear this clearly. Taking care of yourself is not the same as being selfish. Selfishness is rooted in ego. Self-prioritization is rooted in wisdom. It's saying, I know what I carry is valuable, so I need to be whole to carry it well. It's recognizing that your life has weight, and if you don't handle it with care, it will crush you before it blesses you. Some of the most gifted people never reach their full potential, not because they lack talent, but because they gave themselves away before their time. They watered everyone else's garden while their own dreams withered. They said yes to every request, every favor, every cry for help until their soul screamed for mercy. Don't let that be your story. It's not selfish to say not now. It's not wrong to say I need time for me. In fact, it's necessary. Because if you don't prioritize your healing, your purpose will suffer. If you don't make room for your own growth, you'll become bitter about the success of others. And bitterness is poison to destiny. There is nothing powerful about being everything to everyone while becoming nothing to yourself. You were not created to live on autopilot, doing what's expected while silently resenting your own neglect. Your calling deserves your attention. Your future requires your investment. And the world doesn't need more martyrs. It needs more whole, healthy, self-aware individuals who can lead from overflow. Your greatest contribution will never come from a place of depletion. It will come when you choose to fill your own cup first. And from that overflow, you'll bless others not out of duty, but from abundance. There comes a point in life where the noise around you gets so loud you forget the sound of your own voice. You spend so much time trying to meet expectations, chase approval, and live up to roles that were never meant to fit your true identity. But I'm here to tell you today, Focusing on yourself is not selfish, it's not arrogant, it's not wrong. It is necessary in a world that constantly demands your energy, your time, your mental peace. You owe it to yourself to pause, pull back, and realign with your core. You owe it to your future to stop giving away pieces of your soul just to be liked. You owe it to your inner child, your higher self, and your legacy to focus inward. We've been conditioned to believe that taking care of everyone else first is noble, that self-sacrifice makes you virtuous, that running yourself into the ground is the price of love and loyalty. But what if I told you that real strength begins when you decide to stop bleeding for those who wouldn't even give you a Band-Aid? What if I told you that it's not prideful to protect your energy? It's powerful. What if I told you the most revolutionary thing you can do in a world that feeds off your insecurity is to prioritize your wholeness? Because until you become the best version of yourself, you'll keep showing up half empty in situations that require you to be full. You can't pour from an empty cup, no matter how noble your intentions. You can't uplift others when your own soul is drowning. You can't build someone else's dream while abandoning your own purpose. And if you try, you'll find yourself drained, bitter, and spiritually bankrupt. So stop apologizing for needing rest. Stop feeling guilty for pulling away from people who only show up when they need something. Stop explaining your healing journey to those who were comfortable with your brokenness. Focus on your wellness, mental, emotional, spiritual, before it turns into illness. Because there is nothing selfish about wanting to be whole. People don't talk enough about how comparison kills potential. You scroll through feeds filled with filtered lives, curated joy, and half-truths, and suddenly you feel like you're behind, but you're not behind, you're just distracted. You've been watching others run their race while neglecting your own. Focus on your lane, your timing, your journey. God didn't create you to be a copy. He created you to be a force. And when your eyes are too busy watching everyone else, you forget how powerful your own stride is. You are not here to impress. You are here to impact. And that only happens when you stop measuring your worth by someone else's highlight reel. One of the most sacred things you can do is protect your peace. That means not picking up every phone call. That means not responding to every attack. That means letting people misunderstand you, walk away from you, even talk about you, because you know who you are and where you're headed. Inner peace is not found in the approval of others. It is found in alignment with your purpose. And alignment requires clarity. Clarity demands solitude. Sometimes you have to disappear to find yourself. Sometimes separation is your salvation. And when you come back, you won't be the same. You'll be stronger, wiser, more grounded, and no one will be able to shake what you've built in silence. You start doubting what you carry. You start questioning the pace of your progress. You look at others and say, why not me? Instead of asking, what is for me? And in doing so, you start chasing shadows instead of walking in your light. The dangerous thing about comparison is that it makes you forget the very thing that makes you powerful, your authenticity. You were never created to be like them. You were created to be exactly who you are. Some of the most powerful shifts in life happen the moment you stop comparing and start becoming. You stop needing approval and you start walking in authority. You stop asking, am I enough? And start declaring, I am chosen. You stop waiting for someone else's breakthrough to determine if yours is on the way. You don't see the nights they cried, the doubts they fought, the identity they lost trying to please the world. And here you are, envying their highlights while ignoring your own growth. That's why you have to keep your eyes on your own paper, your path, your promise, because when you focus on yourself, you win not just temporarily, but sustainably, deeply, eternally.